L.E.A.D stands for Launch, Expose, Advise, Direct, and we work with 6th through 12th grade Black boys in Atlanta Public Schools. Baseball is the vehicle that we use to connect with our youth. We call crime, poverty, and racism the 3 curveballs that they face in their lives that threaten their success. In today's Human Ambassador Project, Race Matters Workshop deals with the racism part.
We have Dr. Greg Ellison, who is the founder of Fearless Dialogues, who's coming in and he's creating this experience, giving them an opportunity to feel some of the inequities that exist here in our city.
I'm hoping that this program will give me the tools to have a better dialogue about race that I wouldn't have previously had. This is definitely a new experience for me, and I'm excited for that. I'm glad I can be here and be a part of this.
The privilege walk, it showed how different multiple people are and how you don't know their situations or where they come from.
What surprised me the most about today was probably when we did the privilege walk, being compared to the people around me. I liked being able to come together and talk about what we're seeing around us now, and then action steps towards that that are more specific than probably what I'm used to.
We really don't see a lot of intense conversations like this in school. This is definitely helpful instead of the general stuff.
For me, it was really impactful when we were able to talk in one-on-one or in 3-person conversations, because being able to form those connections and form those relationships with people, you're not really able to do that in a group setting.
It was good, understanding things from both point of views, say for instance, from his point of view, and they get to understand things from my point of view. So we both can, everyone can connect and, learn something new about each other.
What really stood out to me about this group of young people was their introspectiveness. I was really grateful and hopeful to see that these young men were so invested that they would actually begin the process of thinking about how they might better themselves.
A lot of people see the problem in the teens of today in that they're fearless and they're outspoken. I see the hope in that our previous leaders were once people that were fearless and outspoken.
Thank you to Dr. Greg Ellison and his team at Fearless Dialogues. What they did for our youth today is something that they will never forget. Thank you to all of the schools that participated. Thank you to the coaches. Thank you to all of our volunteers. Thank you guys so much for getting up at the crack of dawn on a Saturday morning.
What I wanted to do is to make sure that boys didn't have to wait until they were 40 years old to have a conversation about race like I had to and had the opportunity to do for the first time through Leadership Atlanta. So the Human Ambassador Project just simply gives them the opportunity to have that conversation right now, because the narrative is never going to change if we don't change the narrators.
Some people say that talking about racism only makes it worse, but in reality, the only thing that really makes it worse is not talking about it. Our silence only gives way to a different, more sinister version of racism. The youth, they are our best hope at having a better world. What I saw in that room today, their willingness to have courageous conversations and their willingness to listen to each other. They taught us all a lot today.